tier 2, like with the claws though, we can't use a shield. If I put a tier 2 shield here, that actually won't give that much defense in comparison. So what I think I'll do here is that I'll use the Titanium Claws and I'll give our guy quite a little bit of armor. So we'll do tier 2 armor. The Carapace armor, the breastplates and all of that stuff typically uses like a ton of resources, so I don't want to put that, but I'll give them blue helmets and blue greaves, just so that that really buffs up the critical and allows these guys to just absolutely wreck things. So I'll save that design, and that'll make the Titan 2. And yeah, you can retrofit and upgrade your units, the units present on the map here. So let's do an improvement on the Marine as well, because currently the Marine starts out using the basic tier 1 weapons as well. Now, I see the Marine as pretty much our staple combat unit, and I don't want to make them too expensive, so I'm just going to give them the basic goods, but they're archers, so I do also want them to be able to critical hit people. So I think I'll give them a good helmet, decent amount of body plate. This is going to make our guys a little bit slower, but I think it's a necessary thing, mainly due to the fact that we really do need some more stronger troops here and there. So we'll do that, and that'll upgrade the 2 most plenty used troops. And then what we can do here is that we can click on Petros' 2 Marines here. We can retrofit them using about 300 points of gold and 2 of those Titanium shards, and that'll make her forces a little bit stronger. And furthermore, we can upgrade her as well, and I think we've already given her a few items here. But now we have access to a few more, so let's give her some of the specialty items that that can't be necessarily found on other places. Namely, it's this piece of armor, the little carapace torso part here, and this will give her like plus 12 health, some more defense, and namely it actually doesn't lower the initiative by any much, so this one is actually a really good item, but it's going to cost us a lot of that yellow resource, which we don't have a lot of. So we're going to give her that, and I think we're going to equip this. I think I'll actually skimp out on the bow, because it looks like the tier 2 one is better than the tier 1 bow by all means. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and that'll increase her forces' potential by a lot. However, that is actually going to make these units a little bit more expensive to produce now. So yeah, it looks like over here, Laostao is evidently our biggest producing city, and from what it's worth, it looks like it used to cost right around or it would take right around 2 turns to build these units. Now it would take about 3 if we committed like practically all of the population there for it. I think I'll change the priority slightly. And yeah, I think I'll get Petros' forces to come over here, and I really want them to just sort of siege or stall the necrophage attacks on our provinces. So we'll get that to go and happen. In the meantime, I'm going to research this advanced filigree stuff, so that hopefully we can use some more things to buy us an advantage on our troops here and there. Perfect. Researched them. We've built a marine over here, so that's good. And we'll get one of the Marines to come outside of the town, so we'll make a new army, and the first Iron Legion will come down here. I want to scout out this region a little bit more, because namely, if you noticed here, we can still build another Titanium extractor inside this area. If you guys recalled, when we built in Thainlid, once we had capped off these 2 luxury or strategic resources, the extractor tech or the extractor constructions disappeared from our HUD, so that leads me to believe that there's another source of a strategical resource. Oh, found it. Perfect. Yeah, that was why. So it's a good thing that we definitely found that, and that is a really nice thing, and I'll explore that place. So perfect. This actually gives us a nice little area to found a town perhaps as well. So yeah, that is really rather neat. So we'll just continue building troops here. I'll get Laostao to continue building or switch to farming, mainly because currently they have access to so much foodstuffs here, and if we get them to supply a really big modifier to this area, they should actually be able to produce just an absolute ton of stuff, which will be really rather good for us. In addition, I think I'll just hurry production of a seed storage, and getting our towns to grow really fast will be absolutely crucial for our campaigns. Again, really driving home the need for those city improvements. So yeah, this town is going to grow at an absolutely huge rate, so that'll be very good. In the meantime, the rest of our places are pumping out Marines, and I'll get this unit of Marines to explore, and it looks like we found another minor faction. This one, it's the Ended troops over here, the Haunts. I'd imagine that they're like some sort of ghost people, and they have some flying base units, so that's kind of cool. And they increase science, so that's kind of neat. Ah, they have a minor camp over here. How close are we to the world border anyways? Let me check that. Oh, I see. It's a wraparound world, so it looks like, yeah, they these guys over here might have some bigger empires than what we can see right now. It's mainly due to the fact that they're sort of hidden away inside here, is one thing. Looks like there's still just one town over here, and their towns are evidently like these little hive things, so that's kind of cool. So, alright, looks like we nabbed advanced... Damn it. We nabbed advanced filigree, so that's good. And now we have a few other tech trees, rather tech things that we can go in here. Namely, I want to start to increase production, which is one big thing. Looks like we have the option to advance our construction capabilities even further, so that's good. Oh, and one thing that I've noticed is that I'm under the impression that in order to build these winter shelters and stuff, you need this, you see there inside the resource panel, there's your traditional type of resource, like the iron cog, the brown cogs, which represents production, but I'm not sure about the second type of thing, the white little points right there. That could be one thing out of a few that I might have an idea of, but I think we'll check that out after the battle. So, we'll fight this Necro Droid swarm, and hopefully our troops will do a little bit better now, especially because they're being reinforced, but actually our guys are a little bit damaged. So with these Marine 2s and Petrov having some troop improvements, I want to see how much damage we can really do here now. And I'll get our guys to move forward a little bit, ready up, they're going to target, and I want them to just swarm one target filled with arrows. And we're going to try to buzz down targets here. So Petrov starts off with the highest initiative, and bam, 30 damage. So yeah, that is a slight improvement over our original force, so that's good. And the Marines seem to be doing a decent amount. That's not too terribly much, though. Let's see here. Yeah, those bugs are just absolutely ripping our guys to pieces, though. Ah, perfect, we hit a critical right there, so that did us slightly more damage than regularly. And that might have been influenced by the fact that we had those specialty goods there. Hit another critical here, so perfect. That's gonna do a unit trade though, so that's unfortunately not terribly good. Gonna take some damage here. Petrov has decent armor, and she does have that health bonus, so that's good. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, the items for your troops do make quite a little bit of difference. We're going to have to start to pummel out some Titans, namely because the Titans are probably going to be the major source of our damage, or tankability. I don't know, maybe these guys are, because these guys are flying, they do slightly more damage to our just ground troops. Really, don't really know why these Necrophage guys are just so strong with their troops. Ah, but at least we can get rid of them kind of easily like that. The main thing I want to do is that I want to press into their settlements over here, and I really want to see what is going on inside their lands. So I think the best option here would be to get our armies to merge together. I'm going to press in here. I'm going to explore it a little bit. So Petrov is going to hopefully press in there. Evidently, it looks like they only have one city borough tile, and maybe their faction just doesn't use a whole bunch of the tiles around them or something. But I want to siege them, and I just want to stall their production up for a few turns like such. So over here we'll build one marine, but I think it'll be useful to get some titans out. So we'll do that, and oh, these guys can switch to production, so that'll make things a little bit faster, which is good. And yeah, really continue from there. Over here, these guys. That's right, I forgot to put them in production once again. Actually, over here we can build another little burrow. So I think I'll build it. I think I'll build it right here, so then we get a nice. Or no. Yeah, we'll just build it right here because that'll give us a nice little bit of production as well as food. So perfect. Looks like things are going well over there. And over here, we'll just explore this province even further. And it looks like we found an emeralds deposit. Another little resource, a glass steel deposit, so that's good. And in untainted runes, so even better. Let's check the marketplace, and let's check what heroes there are currently here. Queenslayer guy, infantry. Whole bunch of heroes using the same model apparently, which is kind of weird, but alright. Oh, I see, and they also come with different skill point things already unlocked, so that's also kind of neat. Huh. Did the turn actually play out? Yeah, I think it did. Alright, so let's just check. Oh no, it didn't play out. Ah, that's why we don't have any tech selected. So yeah, going back to the tech thing, I think what we will do is we'll do, I think we'll do forest management here for now. I was originally going to do something such as the quarry one, which will give us more production, because it looks like we'll need a lot more of them. Here's what I'll do. I'll do forest management for now, and then mining rights, because it looks like that'll give us a nice balance between food producing and production producing. In theory, if we had a lot of, if you build your towns in like just around rivers, this fish farm thing would be actually also really rather useful. For example, at Thainlid, there's a river running very close by, and if we expand the burrow into this area, let me see. Let me toggle on the map filter. If we did that, that would actually increase our production of food by quite a little bit inside this area here. So that is sort of one thing there. Now, about the specialty resource. So that little Omni star icon, I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not particularly sure on this. So, as the Vultures, one of the bonuses that we have is this holy resource thing. So every game, every match that you play as these guys, you can set you can define a resource, one of the strategic resources, as your holy resource, and this resource will effectively become one of these booster things that you can then use, and namely, it'll allow you to teleport between cities, which is one thing that is very useful. So, what we can do with that is, currently it looks like we're producing a lot of the blue stuff here and there, but then again, our troops use a lot of it, but we can also expand into these tiles to grab some more of it. So, we can only do this once, but I think we'll just effectively designate titanium as our strategical resource, and that'll allow us to use it as a booster for one. So I'll be able to click on it and it'll activate the booster for us there. And in addition, I might be able to build now I can build these winter shelters, because now that we've designated this resource, we can use that there. So with these Vultures, I can see that winter shelter being really helpful, seeing as how it'll definitely give you an advantage inside the winter months over your enemies there. So another thing has been produced. We finished marine production, which is good. And our forces over here should begin to... This is a little bit risky because they have a lot of troops here. I think I'll retrofit one of my marine units to the latest design here. Can I do that? Yes. It didn't seem to refit them. Alright, maybe it's because we're in enemy territory or something. But I'm gonna save the game here, so LP335. And I want to attack the city. Did that do anything? Oh, there we go. Or no, I guess we'll siege it. I wanted to siege it first, but for whatever reason, these actions don't seem to be playing out. Maybe there we go. So we had to actually press the button over here for whatever reason. But I want to siege these people's cities because that'll slow them down in production. And as you've already saw, their units are extremely deadly. So I do really want to stall them up over there in a bit. Ooh, and we found the short coast over here. A little bit more in terms of treasures and a whole bunch of other stuff over here. Some wetlands that produce food and resources. Some forests that produce a whole bunch of these things. Enchanted forests too. And I have a feeling this middle tile right here is actually a brilliant location to build a little town. I mean, you got the river for food. You got the adjacent forests for production. And that would actually be a really good location to train some troops. And of course, you do have your luxury resource and your strategical resource. I think I'll actually found a town in Orman in just a little bit. You know what, we can do that right now. Or maybe not, settlers evidently cost a whole bunch. So I think I'll move the settler unit up. And we'll build one of them in a little bit. Change our production line here. So let's get a few more people working in production. That'll definitely speed things up. Perfect. Oh yes, they also have some troops down here and they're just buzzing around. I'm gonna get my guys to search for the ruins and really just hopefully avoid these guys. But yeah, those necrophage people are really strong here and right now. Looks like what I have to do is that I'll have to make a new army because for whatever reason, all of the troops that goes into your towns, they start off inside the garrison. Looks like if you have any troops there, troops coming in can't actually spawn. It's kind of weird. I think I'll actually get the snakevine monster thing to explore the lands to the north of us because I feel like there's something worth going for there as well. And we'll just really press forward like this and see how things go. You know, the one thing that they need inside this game is like one of those banners that tell you like, this turn is over, this turn has started, because right now it's kind of difficult to know like when your turns are actually done. Oh, it's kind of cool. Alright, so we found a new quest inside these ruins. I really don't know how you find quests inside these places, but alright. It looks like we have the option to sort of expand our city here to a new level, which will give us a little bonus here. Let's see how we can actually do that. So, of course, we can build a lot of improvements. See that quest listing thing again. So power and prestige, level any district or city center of your city last out to level 2 to receive some bonuses. Alright, well we can come over here, and I'm not really sure how to do that, to be frank. Let me check here. So there's a whole bunch of city improvements and stuff and such like that we can build, but I think the leveling the city itself comes from something else. Yeah, we can open up the city like this. No, this will only allow us to destroy these improvements. Can rename the cities. Yeah, no, sorry folks, I really don't know how you would go about doing that quest for leveling these towns up. Perhaps it's a technology that comes into play later on. Yeah, no. So, in that case, I think, yeah, our troops are just going to continue scouting these two locations out, which will be nice. And in the process, oh, they've discovered quite a little dangerous monster nest up there. The siege over here continues, and that's gonna bleed them dry for their stuff in a few turns, so that's good. And in the meantime, things look like they're going pretty well over here. We can build a few more things, but I don't think it's needed. Let's see what is going on in here. The happiness